Hello, good morning, good afternoon actually, it's about midday. I'm gonna do a little rainy afternoon trip to Guimarães, which is a little town north of Porto, kind of near Braga. So we're gonna have a little rainy adventure there. Hi, I have arrived in Guimarães. I really don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm apologizing in advance to all the Portuguese people who are gonna laugh at me for that. But anyway, I've arrived. It's not raining, which is great. It probably will later, but I've got a couple of places to go and see, so I'm just heading to my first stop. And yeah, looking forward to exploring. This is my last weekend based out of Porto, because I actually leave Porto next Saturday for my next destination. So I wanted to make sure I did something on my last day, because obviously I'm working Monday to Friday. So looking forward to exploring. Beautiful church behind me. It has an extremely long name, which I can't remember. All I know is it starts with Igre had this. I don't even remember what it's like 8 words long, so I'll put it in a little caption. But it's very beautiful. It's not actually open, which is a shame, so I can't go inside, but pretty to take pictures of from the outside nonetheless. And a great view from the front. Look at that. This building here, which I think has more around the side, which I'm going to go and explore, is the Igreja de São Francisco, or the Church of St. Francis. San Francisco. Ooh, birds. So that's quite beautiful, but it's supposed to be quite pretty with tiles, so I'm gonna go find the tiles because I'm not seeing any tiles. This street is called Rua Santa Maria, and it's actually known as being the cutest street in Guimarães. So it's got lots of little like boutique shops and independent cafes, and it's really sweet. It's called a Chapel of the Steps, and there used to be 7. Now there's only 5, and they're tiny little chapels built into the steps basically of the various streets of Guimarães, and they're not full-on churches, they're just a little altar where you can stop on your way through the streets. It's really sweet. Nice little touch. So the main stop on the whole city, and the last stop on my walk today, is the Palace of the Dukes. And then over on the hill, you can't really see it actually, is the Guimarães Castle. So these are some pretty cool museums, I've heard. Apparently they're the most visited museum in the north of Portugal. I don't think there's many museums in the north of Portugal, but anyway, I'm pretty excited. So that's where we're gonna go in next. Let's have a look. The palace was built for Alfonso, the first Duke, in the first quarter of the 15th century. Turns out I wasn't actually allowed to film in the Duke's Palace, which you can see behind me with all the famous chimneys that they have. But I did take lots of pictures. You have to look at my blog. But yeah, no video footage, unfortunately, from the inside. Probably look like a dum-dum. But I'm crouched, literally. I'm crouched on the ground, under a tree, because the tree is keeping me dry, and I'm so hungry, so I have to eat my lunch. But you know how normally when you just eat lunch you sit on a bench somewhere? Well, all the benches are soaked because it's raining, so I'm just perched under a tree. And everybody's looking at me really weird. But it's fine because I'm hungry and it's 3 o'clock and I haven't had lunch yet. I'm looking at a castle. Perched under my tree. Just a day with Yana. standing out here with my tripod, trying to get the perfect shots in the rain. I hate taking pictures and videos in front of people, but at least the tripod's here to get the good angles. But oh my god, I'm trying to get really good at just like not caring what other people think, and it's a challenge. I'm getting better at it though. Like I'm better at just like putting out my tripod and running around in front of it looking like a lunatic and just being like, I want it for the shot and I don't care what anybody thinks. But sometimes it's embarrassing to like put yourself out here and run around like a lunatic to get those candid Insta shots. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for people to go away. There's people in my shot. Started to rain pretty heavily now. You can see it on my umbrella. So I've had a really great day actually, even though it's rained a lot. So I'm gonna head back to the train station now. It's about a 25-minute walk and head back to Porto and get ready for my last week.